Hi, Devin.
Hi. Give me a
Hi.
second. Had some technical difficulties.
Gotta love that.
Gotta love it.
So, what we were doing, was we were heading north. We were going to pick up Alicris's package. While Trogdor was burning the town.
Give me a second. Sorry, guys. The stream is currently having a malfunction. Let me fix that real quick. You guys can discuss what you guys are going to do.
Okay.
And that is enough. That is enough of that. All right.
So, Atticus, how heavy is your package?
Ferris can handle
handle.
You'll handle it.
Varys can handle Alicris's package.
I think we could put it on Snuggles if we need to, and I can just walk beside him because he can carry me. So I'm sure he can carry your package.
The package weighs. You know what?
Okay,
Yeah,
approximately.
you can certainly try that.
I can try that. Am I gonna kill my cat?
You place it on
I would say
the
approximately.
We could carry it like the Ark of the Covenant.
Do you have a
I
levitation
would say
spell?
approximately 300 pounds.
300.
If I had to guess. Is that a
Do you have a
reasonable amount?
levitation spell or like a spell that could make it feel light?
I don't think so.
We could make a complex system of levers and pulleys.
Let's just alternate.
Do we get a cart?
I have.
we could probably
Can we
ask-
purchase a
like,
wagon?
We could probably ask somebody to hey, can you sell us your cart?
I can
Or
cast
is
the
there a
catapult spell
postage
and just
system? Could we pay someone to take it to what's the town? Amber. What is it? Amblemere.
Amblemere.
Amblemere. Can we hire someone to take it to Amblemere for us?
I think Alicris would want to entrust the care of his package to himself.
Yeah.
I also
If we
don't think
can
it's
get a cart. If we can get a cart somewhere, that would
Alicris-
be ideal.
Alicris probably doesn't want his package being handled by anyone other than him.
God is.
Typical wizard.
That's a trait of wizard.
Can't do
Yeah.
much with them looks if you're staring at them books.
Marked on my robe, wizard
Where's
hat.
that variant?
Oh my god, Zach.
All right, guys. What are you doing?
Can we
Uh,
take this crate?
I think we were gonna go into see if we can find a crate in town, or not a crate, a cart in town from
Okay.
someone that we can use to transport it more easily.
Okay.
Unless you
Alicris, go ahead and roll an investigation check.
investigation check. Looking for a cart.
I could also look. I'm pretty good at finding things. Never
I think
mind.
Alicus has it.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Eventually, you very quickly find a farmer who is more than willing to give you his cart. Like, you saved the village. It's not even a question. Okay. And with that, he offers to guide you back to his farm to give you the cart.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Okay.
you very much.
Party,
You all head out. And you spend the next 30 minutes walking north up past the village and deep into the very, very prolific agricultural lands of Lamwell. Kind of like the main feature, really. You figure the agricultural lands are at least twice the size of the village. Okay. So he happily he unloads his stuff, gives you the cart. Where do you go now?
Well, we need to make a stop at that farm so we can pick up my crate.
Sure thing.
Aye, aye.
Farmer
Sure thing.
Maxon.
You start.
Where
you
is this farm?
The farm, I believe, is about an hour to
It's more
2
like
hours.
it's about 40 minutes north.
About
Oh,
40 minutes north, so it's basically.
I don't believe I was
kind of
ever. I was never at this farm, correct?
Yeah, half of our party wasn't at this farm.
We killed
Very
some
well.
goats there.
Some
Well,
giant goats! Bear
is
says,
there really
brandishing his giant goat head.
Is there really a point in me accompanying all of you to this farm? I'm unfortunately running low on rations in my pack. I would like to go and speak to Tane Biney to see if I can find a few extra provisions for the road, especially since Snog and I will be
Still
traveling
have 4 days
I
worth
have
of
some
pancakes.
I have some crab rations.
Oh, it's quite alright, Viz.
Crab
I
rations.
would
Weren't you just with us at the shop when we were buying rations, Vicaris?
No one bought rations.
because no one bought rations. We were buying healing potions.
We were there, and I asked him for rations, and he said he had some.
Yep, and then no one said they wanted to buy any.
That's
So now he's
unfortunate.
going to tame by me.
Mhm.
I'm sorry, you'll forgive me if I developed a bit of a taste for Tane's cooking in his tavern over the weeks that we've been here.
What is everyone?
Feelings of nostalgia that it brings, I wish to carry with me on the road.
Perhaps go off to poison more wells.
Perhaps.
We are also off through the woods, so we can also forage for rations while we're in the forest, because that's
Yeah.
a good place to do that.
Yeah, we definitely don't need to worry about that.
I suppose.
You can come visit the farm. You've never seen it before.
You can get some goat cheese. That's
Giant goat cheese. Think of the possibilities. There are really only 2 possibilities.
What are you guys doing?
Can we get this package and get on our way? Because I want to.
Yeah, let's
Yes, please.
let's get on our way. If Vicaris can catch up if he needs to.
Okay, Vicaris.
Thank you, Fez.
Alright, so Vicaris, you return to town?
Yes.
Okay, you return to town and you speak with Tane Biney, and he's more than happy to take some of the uneaten breakfast that were made, and he packages it up for you and gives it to you. That gives you 3 days worth of rations.
Awesome.
Love this bread.
This is music.
Yum, bacon and eggs.
Ah, yes.
Oh, and by the way, from earlier,
That's awesome. Okay. Okay, the rest of the party, you make your way back to Farmer Lasham's house, the place where it basically all began, where you slayed the 3 giant goats that were encroaching upon his house and kind of tipped you off to the weird arcane things happening with the forest around. As you get there, you see Farmer Lasham is currently taking care of some stuff in his yard, and as he looks up, you see his face just light up. This very skinny, frail, tan farmer with like pale white hair and a long beard. As he sees, he waves you from afar, and he actually runs inside and gets his wife, and brings her out. And they kind of like wave you as you approach. It's like, when you helped me, I never expected you to to go and save the entire village. Well, Mr. Wizard, and he takes off his hat. Are you here to? I've been keeping an eye on your special cargo for some time. Are you here to reclaim it?
yes, I am.
Oh, okay. Here, please follow me. And he leads you back to the cellar. He opens up the cellar doors and leads you down. You find completely unmoved, in the same space you left it, the large 6-foot-long box, still covered by the black and red quilt that he had laid over it to kind of make it less suspicious. He kind of takes the quilt off. From there is the box, a nice standard made of oak, a nice thick oak wood.
Okay. Ver, could you assist me in retrieving this and getting it out of the basement?
Absolutely.
Hey, Alcris, as you begin to like heave up one side, all of a sudden you feel as the other side of the box is just picked up like it's nothing. As Varys helps you, and you begin to take the arduous climb up the attics, up the cellar steps to get it out of the cellar. Okay, as you get ready to set off on the road, you load the box onto the cart. You notice the cart does have an attachment for an animal. So that came with the cart. There is something you can latch onto an animal.
I wild shape into a horse. I can't.
Okay, alright, and...
multi-classed as a druid.
Yeah. Okay, as you guys are putting the box onto, it's like... Well, best of luck on the rest of your journeys, and, thank you again for saving my house and my wife. Oh, Marta, get the, and she goes, oh, yes, and she goes inside, she fetches a, she comes back out with a steaming pie.
Oh, what kind of
pie.
She hands
Is that a bomb pie?
Pie rations.
Might I inquire on the recipe for this pie?
How many days rations is the pie?
You see a surprised, kind of confused look at, sure, here you go. And she hands you a piece of parchment with something scrawled on this. It is a blueberry pie.
Yes.
The pie has a beautiful pie crust that is latticed together. It's expertly made.
Just homemade
Oh, she
blueberry
does.
pie.
Big pies.
I got the recipe. I'm super happy about this.
Okay.
Throw it on the ground.
Oh my god.
Don't eat it.
Happy birthday to the ground.
Sunset! Count out with me, Squidward! 5!
According to my calculations, he only has until sundown.
Just you, me, and this brick wall you built between us. Okay. Alright. Okay, they hand you the pie, you load up the, you load the box up onto the cart, they wish you farewell, and they return back into their house. You actually see Lassen return to his crop fields in the back, and he's currently kind of ushering along a horse, and he's already attached some plowing equipment to it. Okay.
Alright,
What do you
Time
do?
to long travel.
I'm gonna grab the one. I assume the cart has like rods going forward so the animal could hook up. So I'm gonna grab one half of it, and I'm gonna propose like, I'm gonna ask if anyone else wants to grab the other half. We can try.
It's okay, Volgrim. I got this.
Oh, I mean, since it's mine, I was
I
going to
can
grab one half of
Bears,
it.
Bears takes it.
Bears just
Okay.
takes it.
Well, thank you, both of you. Very kind.
Is Vicaris back? Can we head off?
Vicaris, I imagine, yeah, after all this happened, you all wait a couple, like 15, 20 more minutes, and eventually Vicaris comes back? Is that true,
Yep.
Vicaris? Okay,
Yep,
Vicaris
yep.
returns.
He ran away.
Okay.
$10 as we're about to be attacked by spiders.
I
Giant spiders.
don't like it when he's typing.
Okay.
Volgrim, do you want to take a break? I can take it from here.
I'm trying to save you the trouble.
Your loss.
Alright, so who all is carrying the cart then?
Bears.
Like Valgrim and
Bears.
just
Bears is.
Bears.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bears is strong manning it.
Okay, just Vares. Okay, the cart very low to the ground, but Vares and begins to pull the cart along. You see again his strangely ripped halfling body seems to be taking care of it with no problem. You all, actually, just to let you know, where you're traveling, where they recommended you travel, was to travel east through the Blessed Wood toward Wasted. However, it's going to be a fair amount more difficult because you have a cart. and you would be traveling through straight woods.
Let's go on the dangerous road. It was gonna be more fun anyway.
We could also get to Torah and take a portal.
We could. That could be where we split off.
I thought we were supposed to go through the woods and then go to
It
Torah.
was recommended, like, Zoriel kind of referenced the fact that taking the mountain pass should only be done when it's absolutely necessary, which for one group it would be because you're trying to get to Torah. Unless you want to actually make this, like, the month-long journey to the northern mountains.
Yeah,
Otherwise-
let's just use the dirt path in the Blessed Wood to get through it. And
that dirt path doesn't go very far. It goes for a bit, but then eventually just turns into like hardcore forest. And you now have a cart.
I apologize. I've
Taking the
made it
road.
a lot more complicated for everyone.
well,
Yeah. Would we still be able to get through even if we had to ditch the cart?
Yes. It's
would
normal
we-
woods. You've been through before. It's how you got to the Fey Temple.
it's not super
We-
dense.
Would we be able to carry the thing? The
It
box?
would be extremely arduous and probably double your travel time.
Well, we're fast traveling anyways, right?
Yeah, it was only gonna be a couple days, right?
Nope. You never actually gathered. If you reference the map and kind of figure out how long it took you to the Fey Temple, which was 2 days, it's going to take you about, if you go to Wasted, it's going to take you about 7.
With or without the box.
That's without the box.
Okay.
Now I see why Lamwell is such an isolated and small town.
Why don't we just go to Torah? Because that's all we can do.
Let's take
go
the
for
let's take the dangerous road that we should only take if we absolutely need to.
You kind of need to.
That's fine. Some of us need to go that way anyways.
Yeah, so I mean, why not? Let's do it.
Well, I
Correct.
can't help but be concerned. Why would we put ourselves in more danger when we could easily proceed through the wood without this box? If you don't mind my asking, Alacris, what is it that's so important about this package that it needs to come with us and potentially delay our travel time or put us in more danger?
Vicaris. Alacruz is our friend. We should trust him. It's important to him.
I
Just
agree. I
as
want
he
to know what's in the
trusted
box.
me with my book. No, truly, I'm genuinely curious, Alacris, since you were so challenging when I came back after a few days with my new read, if you will. What's in the box? Do tell.
Oh, what's in the box?
Do I need to repost?
Stop.
Spoiler alert.
Stop.
This makes sense.
Stop.
Because he represents one of the deadly sins.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. Well,
Of all of the people that I would trust with this knowledge, you are not one of them, Vicaris.
Well, Alacris, I
Great is
propose
the original
you...
reason for which I was on this journey. This was part of our original... This was part of my original travels before I was sidetracked onto this, to this town of Lamwell. I see no reason for you to need to know what's...
And then we all became friends,
box.
so we should stop arguing, please.
I
be the
see.
only
Well,
one who has a problem with this.
well
Many of
Alacris,
Go
it's
Torah anyway.
it is a matter of our own personal safety and our well-spent time. I meant no offense, of course, but how about this? I'll make to you a deal. If you tell me what's in your box, I'll tell you about the contents. It is a matter of our own personal safety and our well-spent time. I meant no offense, of course. Of course, you don't have to accept. I mean, I'm perfectly content not knowing. I truly was just curious. I meant no offense, but do tell.
No, that is of course fair. if you all must know, within this box is the body of my late master, whom I swore to return to his hometown of Amblemere, where he would be given a proper burial.
I see.
Then we should probably take the road.
Indeed, we shall. And I suppose I owe you an explanation. As you're all familiar, it is not common to see a drow in the overworld, no less than a nobleman. Like. So, the book that you asked about earlier, Alecris, it was a book bestowed to me by the deity that I worship. When I say that I am a researcher, I am operating under his duress in an attempt to fulfill his wishes and to gain more knowledge of the arcane for him. This book contains some of his utterances in a tongue that even I am not fully familiar with and fully capable of reading, but I've been paging through it and discerning it, and it has imbued me with some new knowledge and powers. But that is the nature of the book and the nature of the research that I perform that has caused so much mistrust. You'll forgive me if I've been less than forthcoming with all of you. You see, I don't believe that the deity that I worship is a common one that would be accepted by all of you.
So
Perhaps
you're not
not.
going to tell us who it is?
Well, that wasn't part of my deal, Eumelia. The part of my deal was to tell you the purpose of my book.
I see. Following the letter of our agreement, if not the spirit. Well, I suppose that is all I can ask of you.
Well, I greatly appreciate that you've been so forthcoming about your the contents of your crate. Thank you, Alex.
Yourself. But I trust you now see why I must take this road.
I do, and I will help you along the way as best I can.
All right, let's get
Box is
going.
300 pounds, and how long is that? How heavy was he?
How large is your late master?
I'm sure the box weighs a considerable
fat.
amount.
Okay.
You can play
Yeah,
Dark Souls.
the box probably
3, right?
is-
And he
Wait,
was
is
a
he
big
like,
deep
is he like
cardboard
into the
cleaning
door.
it, or are we carrying around a coffin?
It's a coffin.
It's a coffin? Oh gosh, okay.
Coffin made to not necessarily look like a coffin. If you guys were fooled by this for that long, I mean, come on.
It's a
Obviously.
6 foot long box made of wood. I mean, it's pretty.
I didn't hear that part.
Yep. Said
Oh,
I've
you
known
did-
all
that
along.
part
I
that
think
you
it's
talked
3.
about. You didn't hear that part.
I didn't hear how long it was. I just heard box and wood. And
You
Yeah.
made a joke
Oak
about how
strong.
long it was.
Okay,
You
so
made
the
a
what?
package. I was joking about the package.
We are going on the main
Oh, no,
road,
wait,
it looks
right.
like.
Okay,
Yes.
you're all going to travel on
My
the main road then?
Yes,
Yeah.
because it'd be better that the box not accidentally be tipped over and spilled open.
Yeah.
Ah!
Could we take a bathroom break before we travel?
Yes, we can. That's exactly what I was going to say next. A quick break,
Yeah.
and then we will continue.
House and farm.
good DMing.
Who, me?
Well, yeah, you. That was like I thought originally I was like, oh, is he just gonna like let us go through the wood?
Give me a sec. Hold on. I'm coming upstairs. Give me... I didn't hear anything.
Okay.
you said.
Yeah, no, it like a connection cut out for some reason.
So, Devin,
Yo.
I just started watching, the Geek and Sundry, Critical Role.
Did you start on episode 1?
I started on episode 1.
Ugh.
I haven't gotten past, like, the first 15 minutes, which is, like, the introduction videos.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I was wondering if maybe one day, if we ever got, like, a couple, like, dozen people who watched us regularly, that maybe we could do something like that.
Oh, yeah, totally. Yeah, no, if this ever gains any traction, we can totally do that. But, you know, we'll just play it by ear and see how things go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, I don't blame people for not watching this because, you know, I'm so sad we can't do this the right way. You know, stream in a room where we're all playing together. So, you know, that's a bummer. So this will be for anyone who wants to watch our story and is okay with the Roll20 format.
Yeah.
There we go. But again, the primary purpose is just so that we can stream for our friends, that we have a nice way of archiving all of our adventures.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, which is cool. It makes the episode summaries a lot easier. It makes it easier to be like, okay, where was I going with this thing that I was saying, and can I call back to this thing I said in episode 3?
Mm-hmm. There we go.
Which are you familiar at all with the brick joke?
The brick joke?
Yeah. The premise of the brick joke is, it's a joke that has a setup that is completely unresolved.
Okay.
And then, ages later, long after the setup has been forgotten, the punchline is delivered.
That's awesome. That's pretty cool. I like that.
I can link you the actual brick joke.
I would.
So-
I will definitely lap that up, if you will. Let's see.
Okay. The brick joke is accompanied by the airplane joke.
Okay.
So
I'll check that out after we are done this evening. Whenever Volgrim and Jumelia decide to rejoin us, we can begin, as well as Alicris. But what is time but a relative construct?
Speaking of that, I'm gonna grab a beer.
I'm brewing tea too, so I might pop down for like half a second to pour myself a cup and come back.
Unacceptable.
Every time I read this phrase, I lose
I'm actually
brain
looking
cells.
forward to the higher level play with this group. If we get there.
Why is that, Martin?
Well, perhaps because cyber is an adjective. It seems to get like a noun.
Pardon me, I've heard it used as a noun and a verb. Like, if I asked you, hey Martin, want a cyber? I think you know what I mean. Which means it's a verb.
No, I wouldn't. That's like, I mean, I like computers, but I don't know if I want to cyber with you.
Okay. Yeah, well.
The security aspect of cyber is very, very tough.
It's how wildly inconsiderate of our players to take so long with their bathroom break. I mean, we've got an audience waiting. Come on.
Ah, that's archived.
Audience of how many people are watching?
2.
3. Oh, we have a third.
Ooh,
How many of them are us?
Oh, wait a minute. I guess, do I count?
Yes,
Crap.
you were right.
Yeah.
Oh,
2.
man. Okay, so maybe 2, unless there's I don't know. I think Sam might be watching.
I thought
too.
Sam was watching too. What?
It might, and it could easily be. I don't know. We'll see. Whatever.
I
doesn't
mean,
matter.
I could spool up a bunch of VMs and
You
set
could
them
always
all to
share it
watch
and be like, hey, if anybody wants to watch a bunch of wacky people playing D&D on the computer.
Oh yeah, there you go. No, we've had a grand total of 23 views on this. So we had a large sum of people click in and say, "Ew, what the fuck is that?" and click right out of there. So we are climbing that ladder. We are
They're
climbing
smart.
that ladder.
Like, I can't take this
There's gonna be a couple people that are just like, hey, you know what? I kind of like this.
I mean,
And-
I pity people who like click into this now because it's like we're not doing anything yet. This is literally like session 0 for the rest of the campaign.
Yeah, so I
Hey
mean,
Devin, can we talk about my cat?
Oh yeah, so because you are going to be permanent, I only allowed you to have this broken OP mount at level 4 because you weren't going to be staying. Now that you are, what I'd like to do is if you're going to have this animal, if you're going to have a panther, it needs to be a baby panther.
which would explain why it's so scared.
Yeah.
I just want a pet.
Yeah, and let's just say we'll work out as Snuggles grows. That can be something relevant in the future. For example, you could easily multi-class into, like, you could put a single level into your Beastmaster archetype, and you could immediately justify having a pet. You immediately justify that pet doing things with you. But naturally, that'll have to wait for some time, and Snuggles will need to be a lot bigger.
Okay, that makes sense.
Okay.
I would like a baby panther, please.
You now have a baby panther that sits on your on your shoulder, or like is like wrapped around the back of your neck at pretty much all times.
Yes, so good.
Hashtag.
Everyone's so jealous.
I don't.
I wish I had a baby panther.
You see Trey is skulking in the corner.
That's not abnormal behavior.
Nope.
So do you wear your skull mask at all times?
He does. Yes.
Are you ruggedly handsome underneath?
Hmm?
Does
I
no
think
one
so.
know?
No one knows.
No one knows.
He actually wears the mask because he's ugly.
If I take off the mask, is there another mask?
I don't want to spread it. The ugly.
Look at it!
I want you to look at it.
This episode is titled the SpongeBob episode.
Sponge.
And that's why it's the greatest episode we will ever have, ever, for any reason.
Absolutely.
Okay,
23 viewers.
I think we
Hashtag
got-
sponge.
Okay, I think we got Jeff back. Are we ready to rock and roll?
Yes.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
I'm pretty ready to Latrobe, PA, if you get my drift.
You all set out on the main road.
Hold on. I can't see Benton or Treyas. Or Martin.
Yeah, I switched browsers. I switched from
I'm gonna reload.
Chrome. Yeah,
Yeah, go ahead, everyone. Go ahead and reload.
for me. Sort of. Devin sounds like a robot, but it's not that bad.
Hold on.
I can handle it.
Our internet is superior.
Well, Benton, have you muted one of me?
Sorry, what?
Have you muted
have
one of
I
my
now?
copies?
Yes, I actually muted both of you, and somehow I'm still able to hear you.
Can you see me now?
Can you guys see
I
Trace now?
see.
Yeah, I can see Trace.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I can see everybody just fine. Once I switched browsers, it was
Jeff, I
fine.
cannot see you.
No.
I see your icon, but I don't see your face. Tiki music.
It's traveling music.
Are we in a jungle?
Triggered.
Hey, Ma.
Yeah, we still don't see you, Jeff.
Whoa! There are like 4 voices of Devin.
So you're hearing it too?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, Devin keeps reloading for me.
It's still coming from the jukebox. This is the song Acrylate by Kevin MacLeod.
Oh my god, do you think it's related to AC? Or is that
Yeah,
not?
well, it's not Mick, it's Mac.
It's
So he's a.
not related to AC.
McLeod.
Hey, now Devin's back to normal.
This
Am
pen
I?
name.
Well, I'm about to.
Yeah.
I'm about to not be normal again. So just tell me if you can mute me.
Hey, I see Jeff again.
Hey. Okay.
Jeffrey.
I see a little man with skulls in his hair.
Okay, I gotta mute the foxy one. Okay.
All right. Are we good?
Yeah.
Yep.
What does
Um,
a toad say?
Yup.
Yuppie, yuppie,
I'm
yuppie.
ready. I'm ready.
Okay. All right. You are all traveling. Eventually,
Walkie-talkie.
My little kitty.
you are currently traveling on the dirt road north of Lamwell. Eventually, after a few hours, the dirt road enters the forest. You actually end up passing by the cave that several of you initially delved into, where you faced several goblin squads and a manticore.
Bugbears.
Eventually, as you continue, you eventually reach a point where you actually this makeshift road again. It gets weaker at some points, then it comes back stronger. You end up traveling around the cave and find a familiar valley. You recognize this valley was actually the valley you stood in when you had initially defeated the Manticore and climbed out of its little atrium. So you are once again back at this valley, and you see the road continues to wind forward, and you continue to follow it until eventually the heavy, thick forest breaks into a combination of hills, fields, and the occasional patch of forest here and there.
Vers is relaying to Eumelia what had happened at these various locations.
Okay, so
A
there you go.
giant goat, you say?
Yeah, Eumelia, you learned that not only did they face some giant goats at that farmer's place that you were just at, but in the cave you just passed, they faced a fearsome manticore. Back when they had the party members of Quintarius and Iramir, whose whereabouts are still unknown.
They left unannounced.
He got
We
triggered
almost
by a
did.
bugbear. That's what happened to the paladin.
That he did. Alright.
Trigger.
Okay.
Oh no. Oh no.
Is this the picture? Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
No, I'm not. I'm being legit.
Oh, okay.
So she knows what a manticore is.
Yep, there you go.
Yeet.
Yeepers.
I thought you were gonna show that one picture that I showed.
Okay. Alright, so that being said, as you all continue to travel, eventually, you kind of just seem to cycle in between plains, hills, and forests, but as you get to one particularly denser patch of forest amidst the plains, you hear, you don't even have to make a perception roll, because it's actually very obvious to everyone involved. You all hear rustling in a nearby bush, and eventually, after a few seconds, someone comes stumbling out of the woods. You notice immediately it is a human with long brown hair, clean shaven, but actually with a bit of scruff though, as if it's been unshaven for a few days. He's wearing tattered nobleman's clothes, and he currently has his hands are in front of him but bound by rope. As he stumbles out of the trees, and he looks to you, he's like, "Help, people! Help me, please!" And he comes running over to you. "Please, they're coming. Please, can you help me? I plead of you."
Who's
Who's
coming?
coming?
Who is coming?
My captors, they sacked me. They sacked my traveling party, my caravan. Please, can you help me?
Your caravan. Where was your caravan heading?
We were headed to the village of Lamwell. We had heard there were some remarkable people down there. We wanted to see it for ourselves.
What remarkable people? How many remarkable people?
A small band. They say that a dragon had been summoned. It's a long story. Please, they're coming. Can we? I know they're coming. I know of a safe passage. My group, my caravan, had seen it before we had traveled through here. They're coming from where I just came. If we head up into that direction, he points, and you can see like a bit of a clearing. This kind of like naturally vacant area within the woods seems to head towards some plains. Please, if you aid me,
Trust him?
if you aid me, I can reward you handsomely. My name.
How many are coming?
Good God, there must be a dozen. They've killed my guards.
A dozen.
I can reward you handsomely. My name is Maximilian Ire. I'm the son of the Emperor. Can you please help me?
Sure, we'll help you.
Why would
We're dutied to help him almost, if he can prove it.
I suppose?
Can you prove your heritage?
Here, and he wrenches in. He grabs a golden necklace and he actually just unhooks it off his neck with his bound hands. He hands it to you. It's a golden necklace with some strange, very ornate symbol you've never seen before.
Can I see your finger?
My... We're running out of time. Why do you need to see my finger?
No reason. Let's go.
Okay. Quickly this way, and he starts running. He starts jogging up through up over a little embankment and through some trees. You follow him?
Yes.
Yes.
Varys gives a.
We have to find a place to hide so that they won't find us. Quickly.
Varys nudges. Varys gives a look back to the party. Silently.
I don't trust
Silently
this guy.
indicating that Varys does not believe him.
Okay.
Can I roll a stealth check? Can I?
Yeah, go ahead.
Sneak.
Stay close.
Hold up.
Stay close to me, Trace.
Sam, we cannot hear you. We cannot.
Ah, the whenever I'm.
All right, Trey.
Also, what time of day is it? And what does the
third time
foliage
I've
around
talked.
here
I
look
thought you guys
like?
were
At
ignoring
this
me.
point, it's actually just about hitting dusk.
Oh, okay. Excellent.
Okay. All right. You
Alrighty. Can I travel in the direction that he gestured?
you mean where the rest of the party is currently traveling?
Well, I didn't think everyone was going immediately with him.
Well, yeah, the party is currently following him.
Oh, okay. Yeah, gotcha. Can I go ahead of the party while stealth?
Sure. Okay. Yeah. You stealth ahead, kind of like you're kind of at this point parallel to where he's currently like climbing over brush, hands still bound, with a frantic look on his face, as you stealth ahead, kind of like in parallel, but in like a thicker part of the brush.
Okay. Meanwhile, am I like passively searching for things?
You could actively search for something if you'd like.
Okay. Gotcha. Yes. That is what I
Is
would
this-
like to do.
Can we still see this guy?
Yeah, he's only like 10, 15 feet in front of you at any point.
Does he have any weapons on him?
No, he has no weapons on him.
Are we carrying the coffin? Better question. Or did we put that down?
What did you do?
We're pulling it along, aren't we?
Yeah.
I think we should leave it maybe at the road. Would that be
Yeah.
okay?
Can we hide it in a bush?
Yeah.
Yeah. Pull it off the road.
Hide it in like a thicket or something.
Alucris?
Yeah,
Okay, you
Agreed.
all, you all,
prepare the, I'm gonna ready the color spray spell
sure.
as well.
All right, yeah, you heave the cart up the embankment and kind of hide it in a nice thick brush of bushes. You continue the way he is traveling. Eventually, you get to somewhat of a clearing. There are less dense trees, and as you look at the ground around you, you notice that there's a lot of like broken twigs and leaves on this part of the ground. It seems to be a very like common stamping ground for animals. Okay. Okay, as you all are walking forward, let's see here. Okay. You notice there's a strange coalescing of leaves on the ground right where you're about to walk.
Wait.
Varys stops and pulls the.
6. As Varys like motioned everyone, you notice Snaga is currently in front of you, and he looks to you. He's like, "Huh?" And he immediately, as he takes one step, the leaves on the ground cave in and he falls. And you hear, "Oh!" And like this loud shouting coming from down into this pit that he has fallen in. At which point, the illustrious Maximus Ire turns around and says, "Now, boys!"
Varys punches him in the face to knock him out.
You're not. No, he's like a good 20 feet in front of you.
Oh. Okay.
Can I throw my daggers at him?
You
I
did
think
not
that's
say.
a roll
Yeah,
initiative.
you can get ready to roll initiative.
Uh,
I'm
Can I
stealthed
kill
in the
him
corner.
instantly?
Okay, everyone, go ahead and find your bearings. And
Aha.
aha.
Whoa.
How far
Oh,
down
okay.
the road did we get before this happened?
Right down the road.
Okay, all right.
Alex.
And
Was I positioned accordingly?
yeah, you were. Oh no, here. So at this point, like, given what would have just happened in the pit, you guys have just now stepped around the pit, which is directly behind you. Atreus, he would have been like right here. Sorry, give me a second. Let me just reposition these guys. These men come rushing from behind a few rocky bluffs and bushes as you all enter the clearing. So you all would have been somewhat back here from him, like kind of traveling together. And Trace would have been right about over here. Okay. With that, if whoever hasn't, go ahead and roll initiative.
I've got him. Ruby.
Okay. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and get these pulled up.
What's initiative? Why have I said? Oh.
I really want to level up
Okay,
Dex.
fine.
Oh. Free XP. Hopefully. Hopefully they're
And
not
gold,
like
hopefully.
level 20 mobs and we're just gonna get nicked.
Okay, as you all watch Snaga plummet into the ground, you all draw your weapons. You immediately see several very large, imposing bandits come around the corners, and you actually see, carrying chains, they have at their sides massive wolves that are larger than them. Okay, let's see here.
Puppies!
Puppies.
You all hear
Puppers!
puppy. Okay, let me go ahead and get initiative rolled for these guys. That's going to be that's one. That is. Let's see. Give me a second. Where did he go? Oh, that's one. Okay. Alright, that's. And then there's.
Excellent.
Okay. And one more, I think. Yeah. No, yeah, one more. No, nah, forget it. We're good. Alright, cool. Set that to the side. Alright, cool.
I whispered to you before the battle began that the Varus was readying his weapons. So, can I rage?
Sure, you can go ahead and rage. What we'll do is, since you guys were ready... See, but the problem is they were expecting you. So it doesn't matter that you readied anything, they were waiting.
Okay.
You've now all run around the pit in the ground that has been dug. You can see, as you run, you actually see Snaga is currently lying down there, and you can see there are currently spikes jutting out from where he is. Doesn't appear. He just kind of looks annoyed. He's like, "Get him!" And he like shouts up to you guys. And he seems to be currently trying to like break them off and wrench his body off. So it does appear to be a very lethal trap. That brings us to Alucris. You first.
Alright, first thing I'm gonna do is I'm going to cast Catapult on, let's see, this, pointer, this guy here, and so I'm gonna, wait, where do all my macros go? All of my macros have disappeared. Let me get to those quick. Yeah, my macros are just gone.
They're gone?
They're just gone.
That's not good.
No, it's not.
Oh crap. Okay. Well, you can cast the spell though, right? Yeah. You just click
the
it,
spell.
click it on your sheet, and we'll roll.
All right. That's Catapult. The DC for that is 10 plus 4 plus 2. Do I get proficiency bonus? It's just plus
8 plus your proficiency bonus of 2 plus your modifier of 4.
Okay, so 14.
14, got it. And he's got to make a dex save, I believe.
Yeah, death
Okay,
save.
All right, go ahead and roll 3d8 for me while I do that.
Ooh.
Okay. Okay. As you watch these let's see, that would be right here. As you watch this thug who's currently standing is currently like getting ready to charge forward. You all watch as Alucard immediately takes his focus, grabs a rock, and hurls it straight forward toward the thug's face at breakneck speed. You watch as it slams into his face and actually knocks him on his ass. As you hear the that's a broken nose. Okay, 19 bludgeoning damage. Sick. Okay, that brings us to at which point you see the two thugs to the side. They kind of like they lean down. They mutter like, "Get those fuckers!" And they let the chains go. And you watch the direwolves come charging straight forward toward you.
Oh, is that what they are?
Yeah, well, everyone knows this. Like, you know when you see a wolf this size, it's a direwolf. It's
Yes.
You don't know how, and these things look extremely haggard and starved, and they come charging straight toward you. Okay.
Babies.
All right, that is going to be. Let's see. Okay. All right, that's going to be. Okay, they come rushing over. Emilia, as the direwolf comes charging straight at you, bearing down on you, you're able to, as its jaws come being ready to clench down on your shoulder, you're able to push against its head and parry its bite out of the way. There's the jaws come crashing down onto your shield as you slam your shield straight into its maw. Which brings us to Emilia, you're up.
Okay, I'm gonna Hunter's Mark this guy in the back because he looks pretty awful. And I'm gonna do cyborg, whatever that is. And then I'm gonna do Warbreaker on those two. This guy Hunter's Mark and the guy to the right of him.
Oh, sure.
Okay, where am I thinking that? I think I closed my thing. 1 second.
Can Snuggle give me protection from the hole?
No.
That's a total of 10 damage.
Okay.
We ignore the crit thing. Don't worry about it. So that's 10 damage. Okay.
Okay. Do I get extra because he's Hunter marked?
Yes,
now.
you roll a d6 for that.
That's it. Okay, so this is for the Hunter's Mark guy.
Yeah, and when you get the chance, make a macro for that, so you can just hit a button and boom, there it is. Boom, there it is.
Yeah.
16 damage. That was 16 damage to the big guy, you said?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
That's the second one.
Okay, you all watch as Emilia whips out this glowing crystal bow, and as you knock an arrow, you see it's the arrow begins glowing blue and gets covered in crystals. As you fire it, it goes streaking forward, slams him right in the shoulder. And as you watch, the crystals kind of like as they hit, they impact and kind of like shrapnel explode across his chest. 16 damage, and as the arrow hits him, you're gonna pay for that, bitch. Okay. The Bears.
Oh my.
Alright.
Oh my.
Bears is going to attack little pupper.
A little fucker. Fuck
Oh,
off.
that's a little.
No, that's a doggo.
That's a little doggo.
That's a little doggo, actually.
You can't keep him,
Oh
unfortunately.
god.
Man.
Yeah, as you were able to, as you shove your shield forward, you kick its jaws right off you as you drive the rapier straight into its shoulder, twist it out at an angle and pull. You feel a nice rip of some tendons in its shoulder, as it whimpers for a second and growls back to your face. Okay. Atreus, you are
Bark. Bark. Throw bark. Alright.
And sorry, sorry, Emilia, I just saw that you were also striking the second guy. Got it, yeah, 11 damage, you got it.
Thank you.
Right, you pin him right in like the side of his abdomen, like right in between the plates of his armor, and you see him buckle. Just run a
Alright.
train on these guys, okay.
So this guy right here, That guy right there.
Yeah.
I'm going to throw both of my daggers at him. Since he has not taken a turn yet, I have advantage on both of my rolls as per assassination perk. And am I still hidden?
You're hidden, but he's not. He would be surprised by you because he's looking in front of him.
Okay, so that will be this naked damage.
Oh yeah, it will.
Can I react to him throwing his daggers
Sure.
and yell at him that to leave him alive?
Okay, yeah, I will do that.
Okay, yeah. So Vicaris, you see his Trace draw. He grabs from his belt. You see Trace lob these two smoking, shadowy daggers in the air, and as he catches the blade and gets ready to cock back and throw, you yell over to him to leave him alive. Trace looks over, nods, sends the daggers flying. Okay, that is going to be. Okay, that's going to be 4 plus 6. That's 6 damage. Oh no, hold on, that's not it. 4 plus 4. That's 8 damage. That's going to be 9 damage. 8, 9 advantage. 8, 9 plus 5. That's what? It's
14.
It's something. Plus 5 is anyway.
It's
enough.
15 or
Doesn't
16.
matter. It's enough.
Okay.
You send the daggers flying, and they immediately, right in the side of his torso, sink deep right into his ribcage. You see him cough up blood, fall down to the ground in his tattered nobleman's clothing. His hands are still currently bound, actually. He wasn't able to react before that happened. So, okay, so he is currently bleeding out on the ground, but not dead.
Yay!
Yeah, he's currently unconscious. All right.
Now I get the wispy daggers back.
Yep, and you all watch as he falls over. You watch it to go, and they disappear and appear right back in Trace's hands. Vicaris, you're up.
I would like to cast Shatter with that epicenter, so that's going to hit all 3 of those guys in a 20 by 20. Let me get there.
Okay, let's see here.
Such a blunder.
Okay, alright, so you all watch. You can all see out of the corner of your eyes. Vicaris' crystal glows white. He utters some dark elvish language under his breath, and he casts forward. You watch as you just hear for a second. He goes, and the sound grows deafening and loud. You'll have to close your ears for a second. So these 3 all fail their save. 9 damage. As you watch as they all begin to throw it, as they grasp their ears and begin to hurl all over the ground, and blood begins to pour out of their ears and eyes. Okay, alright. Okay. And yeah, cool. And it's success half damage. Okay, so you all watch as the very hulking thug in the middle, like a rippling tower of muscle, he kind of gets annoyed for a second, he grabs his head, he shakes his head, he doesn't seem to be near as effective. Okay. That brings us to the leader's turn, who is going to begin, who's going to charge forward. But this is as far, he runs over, leaps over the bleeding out corpse of the fake nobleman on the ground and gets up to that point. Vulgar, you are up.
Okay. I'm going to go... Hold up. I'm going to run up to him and shillelagh my quarterstaff, but I'm not going to bop him. I'm going to cast Spike Growth.
Ooh!
Right.
What is the...
Across that, 40 by 40.
I'm sorry, what? Oh, 20 foot. So you're doing it over here so it hits nobody, except that.
Yeah, it's just going to hit these 3 guys. It's going to be like that. Except...
Wait,
Right.
which 3 getting hit? The 3 in the back?
Yeah,
Okay,
those
so
guys.
you rush forward, you attach your shield to your back, you spin the quarterstaff, which begins to glow golden white. You then, with your left hand, grasp the necklace you have around your neck of your deity, and with that, your hand becomes imbued with this golden white energy, which gets formed into a ball, which you immediately cock back and lob forward. You all watch as this bright ball flies forward behind the thugs who are currently puking on the ground. As it hits behind them. This didn't roll anything for me. Can I get a damage roll for that, please?
It's 2d4 every time. It doesn't do damage up front.
Oh, okay. Oh, Alex?
Anytime they travel.
Whenever they move within, yeah.
Okay, so it's yeah. Okay, cool.
You want to draw that on the ground just so we can see where it.
You just need to know it stops here.
It stops there. Yep, there you go. Cool. That's good. All right. Okay, so you all watch as this strange bramble of thorns and spikes just like bursts from the ground and Zyrazol just spreads across the ground and around these currently throwing up thugs. They look around them like, what? Cool. That brings us to their turn. So this one attempts to step forward, and as he does, he actually trips and immediately. Okay, hold on. Can you go ahead? This is annoying. All right, hold on. I got it. We got to figure out a system for you to roll this for me next time. Okay. Point doesn't matter. Right? You see, as this thug, he takes one step forward. You immediately see one of the growing, entangling vines wrap itself around his leg. He trips, and you all watch as he falls and lands face first into a giant thorn that's growing out of the ground. And you watch it. And his body.
Want to see me make this pencil disappear?
Okay. This one's going to attempt to walk forward as well. He's going to. It's 2d4, piercing it for every 5 feet it travels.
Yep.
I didn't know it was that bad. Holy crap.
Yep.
Okay, so he takes 2d4 and another. And he keeps trying to move. Another 2d4. And he keeps trying to move, and he takes in one more, 2d4. Nah, that would have been out of it, so ignore that part. So he takes a grand total, like, rustling through the vines and accidentally tripping and falling over and landing on his torso. He takes a grand total of 12 damage. Actually, as he does, he lands on, as he trips again, you notice a tiny little bushel of spikes come forward as he lands torso first, right on his sternum. And he dies.
Dying.
And lastly, this one back here, kind of noticing what's happening, like he takes one step forward and immediately is stabbed in the feet by the thorns. And he stops. He looks at his comrades in front of him. And he just stops moving. And the passed out one is going to make a death saving throw. Okay. All right, Alucard, you're up.
All right. So I'm gonna move over here, behind Volgrim, and I'm going to reach over him since he's, dwarf height, and cast, where is it? Gust of Wind. Right at the
That is
my.
definitely not a DC 24. We gotta fix that.
That should be DC 14.
It's a 14.
This isn't a macro I made. This is...
Okay, yeah, so DC 14, strength saving throw, okay.
Not sure why I think I should have a DC 24.
Yeah, that's weird.
In my,
10 feet wide, you say?
yeah.
It doesn't look like a deal with thug. Okay, that's fine. Alright, you walk forward, oh my god, that's brilliant. Okay,
So...
he does not
Get
make
wrecked.
it. Okay, as you walk forward, you reach Volgrim, you see all of a sudden these two hands get placed on your shoulders, and you see a blue cube float in the middle of them, which begins to spin rapidly, almost forming a little tornado around itself. As it does, all of a sudden you hear, and you watch as this massive thug in front of you, who is currently getting ready to wind up another weapon strike, is like knocked straight 15 feet back into the pile of thorns. And he gets kicked back, lands, and because of that, he did move into the area, which means he's going to take the 2d4. Give me a second. What did I just... What am I deleting? I'm sorry, I had a weird chat thing. Okay, cool. Alright, so that's going to be the 2d4. Okay, so yeah, he lands back there. And you see him go... as he lands on a pile of thorns. Okay. God damn it, okay, and that keeps going. So you're continually...
Yeah, so on his turn, when he starts his turn, if he fails the strength saving throw, he's pushed another 15 feet back. And for each foot he's pushed back, he loses 2 feet of movement. So if his movement speed is 30 feet, he loses all of his movement.
Okay.
and he's moving 5 feet
Swords.
at a time.
Okay, Amelia, you watch all this happen, but you turn just in time as the wolf's jaws come flying toward you. Let's see here.
Oh, also, Vulgar could get a DC, reaction
So,
as
yeah,
Attack of opportunity.
his attack range. Vulgrim.
I'm gonna say for the sake of this, there's no way Volgrim can strike in the time in how fast
Okay.
he's blown away. Okay.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
Emilia, I need you. You look just in time as you see the wolf's jaws sink down into your shoulder. I need to make a strength saving throw.
You got rock bite.
Rock joints.
Okay, all right. You're able to resist the weight of this dire wolf trying to push you to the ground. So
Jesus Christ.
you do take 9 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
Okay, and Bears, you're currently raging, so you're going to take. I need you to make a strength saving throw. You attempt to hit it with a shield again, but this time, with the direwolf's quick move, it dodges your shield and comes and bites straight into your torso. You're going to take 7 points. You're going to take 7 points of piercing damage, and I need 6 points of piercing damage, and I need you. To,
Okay.
That's countering. That's factoring in rage. 6 points of piercing damage, and I need you to make a strength saving throw.
Okay, I get advantage because I'm raging with strength saving throws.
Yeah.
You got it. The wolf tries to take you down, but you just kind of take the bite in your stomach. You're like, ugh, and you can't. You won't. Don't let it move.
With my bare chest.
Okay. Come on, checking.
Validating.
What is this guy dead? The one in front.
He's currently bleeding out.
Oh, he's bleeding out. Okay, he's not within 5 feet of Cyborg, is he?
Of who?
No.
I don't know the large
This guy.
thing that I have 100 marked.
Oh,
But I wouldn't go in that direction because I've got a. Oh, you're talking about that. Never mind.
Yeah.
no, he's not within 5 feet. No.
Okay. Then I'm just going to do my bow on the main guy.
Jesus.
Plus
Wow.
1d6.
Power of.
Okay,
Oh,
roll
man.
points of damage as you knock a crystal arrow, and it goes and sinks straight into his stomach. He's currently getting up from the thorns he just landed on. It's like, he gets knocked back. Okay.
It's like a freaking comedy sketch. I don't know.
This bro back there is like, I ain't want none of this bullshit.
Viz, you're up. As you grab the wolf, pry its jaws out of your stomach, and push it backward. But you're up.
Bad dog.
Okay.
Stab.
You push it off. You pick up your rapier and slam it straight into its underbelly as it's reeling backward, dealing 12 points of damage. Okay.
Then
Doggo
I'm gonna move.
whimpers.
Got it. All right, Trace Kane, you're up.
Alright, I scooch and I stab.
The pooch.
Stab this doggo right in the back.
Okay, that's gonna
The rolls.
be 6 plus 9 plus 1. Okay, it's 16 points of damage. Okay, you rush over, you spin both shadowy daggers, boom, sink them right into its back as you hear as it winces in pain.
Excellent. Sweet little doggo.
Okay,
Yeah.
you twist the daggers and wrench them out, and you see your mask and cloak get covered in wolf gore. All right, Makarios,
Neat.
you're up.
I will Eldritch Blast the same one.
Oh, wait,
No, you
that's
won't.
disadvantage.
Wait,
I know,
yeah, you
because
gave-
I'm in daylight.
Oh, okay.
Okay, all right,
But wait, isn't it dusk?
That,
getting there, but I would say he's like where you are right now. The sun is currently cresting over the distant mountain, so it's still shining in his face. He's not quite in his element yet.
Oh,
Okay, so as you cock back, you're still kind of squinting. You blast, but it flies right over the wolf's shoulder. You just barely miss. Okay.
half disadvantage.
Okay. That brings us to the veteran. So he's gonna make another strength saving throw. Okay, he doesn't make it. Okay, so as he gets up, and as the wind is currently still blasting him back, he gets up. He's like, "You fucking, and he gets immediately thrown back 15 feet, taking. It's gonna be 2d4.
Per 5 that he
For
moved.
2d4 times 3. Okay, that's gonna be boom, boom, and boom. He takes 10 damage. As you watch his large, muscly body gets like thrown across all this brambly field of thorns. As he's getting tossed backward. 10 damage. Okay, he is currently bleeding from every part of his body as he's still trying to get up and just reaching forward and keeps falling into the thorns. Volgrim, you're up.
Alright, well, while concentrating to maintain that bramble field, I'm gonna bop this doggo.
Does Shillelagh not require concentration?
No.
Okay, cool. Alright, yeah. You rush over and you attempt to slam it. As you
Attempt.
as you send your quarterstaff flying down, the wolf actually reacts and just backs out of the way really quickly as your quarterstaff slams into the dirt. Okay, that brings us to the thug back here, who's currently going to attempt to get out of it. He sees an opening in the field and he tries to get out of it. So it's going to be 1, takes 2d4, 5 damage, as he 2, as he takes 6 more damage. Okay, but with that, he is able to. He trips, falls onto the ground, but he's still living. But you can see, like, from his legs and like his body, he's currently bleeding, and he's not looking very good. Okay, Alucard, you're up.
Does
Alright,
does the unconscious guy have to make another death saving throw?
He does. Thank you for the reminder. Okay.
Let me see, am I allowed to cast other spells while that's going on? Let me
Not if it's concentration.
I think it's concentration. Yeah, and I would say
Well-
where you are right now, I would say you can probably keep your focus spinning and cast something with your other hand.
Yeah, I can cast things that don't require concentration. Firebolt does not require concentration.
Okay.
I'm going to hurl a firebolt at the other standing guy over here.
Get him!
Firebolt is also gone, so
God, that's
One.
awful. Good luck.
10
executing
fire
this.
damage. Oh wait, I gotta roll an attack roll.
Okay.
Well,
Pretty presumptuous of you.
Fire damage. I speak it, and it is so, for I am Alucard the Wizard. Yeah, that hits. Where you sending that out again?
that was this guy over off to the side.
This guy. Okay. Yep. Okay. Okay. As you see the guy getting up, he's like looking behind him. He's like looking at the thorny field. He's like, oh, good. And as he watches this mote of fire light his entire head on fire, and you see him like rolling in the dirt trying to pat it out before. And he just kind of stops.
Savage pain.
As the upper half of his body just lights aflame. He goes motionless. Direwolf, you're up. Oh yeah. Eumelia, the wolf's jaws come soaring right at you, but you actually take the crystal bow and slam it right in its jaws and keep the mouth open. It bites down, but it can't actually get any purchase until you take your foot and you kick its torso off. Then Varys. Varys, as you move around to the side, the wolf with crazy speed spins around and lunges at you and sinks its jaws right into your leg. You take 5 points of piercing damage. And I need you to make a strength saving throw.
No. He's gonna get AIDS. He's gonna get rock joint.
Okay, yeah. Again, it tries to take you down to the ground, but you just punch it in the head and throw it off you.
He's so strong, his blood injures the dog.
Okay, Emilia, you're up.
Oh, same guy. Close.
Just giving him a bad time.
Oh my god. Okay. Okay, you watch as he gets up. Good. He's ripping like thorns and vines off of his skin as he looks up as an arrow flies forward. As it cuts a hole in the side of his neck that begins to bleed out profusely. He's not dead, but he's quickly getting. It just kind of falls backward into the thorns again.
You pop the jugular.
More damage from falling.
Okay, Bears, you're up.
All right.
He falls into the
Very,
thorns.
very bad dog.
Okay,
Jesus.
once again, you punch the dog, you punch in the head again, and slam your rapier straight into the joint where its leg meets its torso. And you hear a whimper. Okay, 7. Oh, I did a bad thing. I did minus 74, and I got a weird response. Anyway, okay, Trey.
Well, what kind of weird response did you get?
It gives it a negative health bar that stretches way past its token. Like, watch, you can all see Volgrim, right? He's at 32 health, and if I minus 100 health,
Oh.
there you go. Anyway.
That's interesting.
Okay, Atreus, you're up.
Oh, nice. I want to stab Doggo again.
Okay, got it.
Stab
You once again get sneak attack because he is busy. Okay.
Jeez.
Okay, so you'll get
A lot of damage.
let's see here. That's gonna be 9, 10 damage. Okay, you attempt as you send your first dagger slamming down, and it's able to jump out of the way, but then you spin your left-hand dagger and send it diving straight up into its torso. It takes 10 points of damage. Okay, right into its gut. You see some of the blood from its stomach begin to pour out onto the ground as it's like whimpering and currently very much in pain. The guards are up.
Die, Doggo.
I'm gonna move over here, and I'm going to try to Eldritch Blast the one that is beside Bears.
You're gonna try to take the one that the one that I've been focusing on.
Don't worry, it's daytime.
Okay, you're
Daytime
still
for
very
Doggy.
fighting in the day. Again, this is something you haven't had to do much in recent times. Once again, swords right over the wolf, who's currently like you think you have, but then the wolf kind of like ducks in pain, is currently limping. All right, that brings us to this guy. Who looks around him, and he just kind of looks like, I don't want to die.
He's just
He
had a
looks around,
bad
He
day.
knows he can't move, he can't go anywhere, but he has to make a strength saving throw. Okay, let's see. That's gonna be. Okay, as the wind begins, as he stands up, the wind begins to pulse him back. He's like, no, and he grabs onto the ground. And like grips onto some vines, and he doesn't actually get moved by the wind blast. He's like, no, not like this.
Not like this.
Volgrim, you're up.
I'm pretty sure that's not how he expected to go.
I am going to try to bop this doggo again.
Ah, you bopped him.
Okay,
You bopped him good.
poof, right in the head. You watch as the dog's action maul spits blood across the ground. It's still limping, but it's still alive.
Doggo not dead? What the hell?
These are crazy dogs.
They're called
Crazy
dire
dog.
wolves. Okay, all the
Doggo.
dogs are dead, so
He needs to make a saving throw.
he does.
Dire Doggo.
All right, the bleeding. You guys look over, and his bleeding seems to have stopped. Like it's not really pouring onto the ground anymore. He's not in a good condition, but he's not dying anymore.
Goddamn blood clots.
Alacris, you are up.
Okay, I think. All right. I think I'm gonna throw a firebolt at this guy, who is the guy who is. Oh, oops.
This guy?
This guy. Yes, I was clicking on the wrong thing. Because he's having a bad day.
Wow.
So.
Does he have
Roll
a bad day?
1d.
Sing a sad song.
Just spice it up a little bit. Make it a little hotter.
Oh my
Dear
God, you
Lord. He's fucking dead. He's fucking dead.
Okay.
It's a firebolt, and it's gonna be 4 damage.
Okay.
Okay.
Baby dead.
Okay.
Worst crit ever.
Okay. As your your arcane focus, this cube is spinning in the air, causing this constant gust of wind over toward his direction, as he's currently hanging on, trying to not be blown into the deadly thorns that have grown out of the rock behind him. You send a little spark flying at your cube, which hits the wind gust and roils into this fireball that eventually, and they just go boink, and it launches straight at him. It's like, and it envelops his entire corpse and sets the ground on fire. And he dies.
He's like, oh my
In a
skin!
field of thorns.
Oh, poor guy.
Okay. So the wolf's turn. All right. Currently bleeding from its mouth. Yumilia, you know what? No, Volgrim, you just hit it, so it's going to attempt to bite you now. That is going to.
Doggo is a frighten.
Okay.
It
It sends,
You have been Doggo and
it
Fractin.
sends its jaws forward, but you just tunk with your shield like it's nothing and just throw it, and let it like gnaw on the shield for a bit, and then punch it in the head and kick it off. Okay. And,
Doggo has an anger.
Okay, theirs.
No, it's Emilia's turn.
No, it's still the dire wolf. It's right beside you.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, that's what I did.
Oh.
Okay, so your dire wolf, currently bleeding out, kind of runs over and tries to bite your side, but you immediately stop it with your shield. Like, your shield bash its head and send it, like, limbering away. Emilia, you're up.
Bad dog. Sit.
Well, since my previous target died, I'll Hunter's Mark the doggo closest to me.
Okay, now if you fire from range, you will be firing at disadvantage.
Okay.
Stab
Wait. Sorry. Disadvantage. Did it work? No, it didn't.
Punch it.
it. Oh no.
Okay, yeah, you attempt to shoot an arrow right at it, but because it's so close, as you loose the arrow, it actually kind of like lunges out of the way. And your arrow lands right by one of its feet. Bears, you're up.
Sit, boy! Oh.
Nope, you attempt to stab it, but it immediately kind of like jumps out of the way and dodges your attack. Trace, you're up.
Hey, I'm gonna stab Doggo again.
Okay. Okay, yeah. That's 10, 14, yep. Okay. How would you like to kill this wolf?
Okay. Doggo's pretty hardy. So I'm going to walk up behind him. I'm gonna cut all of his legs off at the knee. And then cut him spine the whole way down.
You got it. You do it. You run over. You immediately shink. You throw him over on his side. You just gut his entire stomach open as the acrid scent of entrails and intestines fills the air. As blood just pours over the wound, the dog just expires. In the most anti-venom way. Lucaris, you're up.
I'm gonna try again.
Oh, here we go.
Hey, there we go. That'll be 13, by the way. That's with a +5.
13, you got it.
Out of
Alright,
5.
yeah, this time, finally, you're just like, oh, for fuck's sake. Send a blast flying straight at the wolf. As you watch as the blast just carves a hole straight through its torso, and blood just pours out of the side. It falls over dead.
Oh, come on, that was mine!
Die,
Once
Doggo.
again, Bears is caught mad. Okay. Everything is dead around you except for the passed out, barely stable, fake Maximus Ire lying on the ground.
I loot the bodies.
I let the thorns down.
Okay, the
I stopped
thorn growth
blasting
disappears
bears
as quickly as it came.
There's
I walk
the
up to
thorn.
My gust of wind.
the fake dude,
Uh-huh.
fake prince. Is he conscious enough to hear things?
No, he's passed out.
Well,
Damn
Grim,
it.
can you bring this one back to consciousness?
I could. I will.
I would like you to do that for me. If you'd be so.
Yes.
How much money do I find on the bodies?
Okay. You find amidst the thugs, you find 8 gold pieces. They didn't seem to have many on them, and the boss himself, you find 7 gold pieces.
Okay, so that's
Hey, Devin.
Yo,
Do I have to heal this guy, or can I just use my Spare the Dying cantrip to get him into a speakable position?
Given the circumstance, I would say you can definitely do that. More
Right.
arrows. Good God, Amelia. Yeah, yeah, you find, of the ones you shot, you find 2.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Well, 2 out of 5 ain't bad, so.
Yeah, especially when you roll a 6.
Yeah. Bless me.
Okay. Alright, Spare the Dying. Let's see, let's go ahead and give me a second. Let's do some turn. Get rid of that. Get rid of those drawings. Boom. Okay. Okay, so as you use the cantrip, you lean down with a very weak little spark of golden white energy. You touch his chest. And he immediately gets frenzied, sits up for a second, looks at all of you, is very scared, looks behind him and fucks! By the gods, what you do to them?
Atreus, if I may. Well, my friends and I, good sir, don't appreciate trying to be swindled. So I'm genuinely curious what could have possibly possessed you to have mustered such an incompetent display. So let's peer inside that head of yours, shall we?
What the fuck you talking about? I ain't gonna fucking tell you not. You just kill all my mates. What? And you all watch as Vicaris is currently leaning down and his position, his gauntlet right in front of his head, and he's like, "What the fuck you trying to do?" All of a sudden,
Atreus laughs.
Atreus kind of chuckles to himself. You all watch as all of a sudden you hear this strange. You begin to hear this strange, low bass vibration. The air around you seems to tremble, and yet you can't actually hear anything specific. You all just feel this strange rumbling in the air, and all of a sudden you watch as the person sitting there starts, and he starts twitching. Okay, he's going to make a saving throw.
Well, I get to learn his surface thoughts.
Okay, so Vicaris, the first thing you hear are things like, "Who the fuck are these people? How did they kill us? It was gonna be such an easy job. Why the fuck did they see the pit? What's happening?" Okay, and he's going to make a wisdom saving throw. Okay, and all of a sudden, but this time you see as Vicaris
Change of heart?
lunges forward a little harder, this time in a beckoning motion, yeah, someone want to go help Snaga while this is happening?
Varys helps Snaga out
Okay.
with his very long arms.
As Vicaris twists his hand further, and the gem on his gauntlet goes from the deep crimson that it is to pitch black, with a dull purple hue pulsing. As this happens, you see the bandit who's currently twitching. With his hands are still bound, his long brown hair, he's made to look like a nobleman. As his twitching, all of a sudden his eyes roll into the back of his head, and he starts to drool all over himself. Okay, alright, Vicaris.
Fucking savage.
Savage, man. Thug life.
He can still hear me, right?
Yes.
I want to ask how he heard about us.
How he heard about.
Our company.
Gotcha. Okay.
And does he have any friends who will also terrorize Lamwell? I release him.
Okay. The bass, the deep bass sound that is reverberating in all of your chest ceases, and you watch as the bandit and he passes out, lands on the ground.
Varys takes the necklace.
I still have it.
Oh.
Okay, yeah, you keep the necklace. Go ahead and add Bandit's necklace to your inventory.
Sweet.
Oh, in case I didn't mention Allhareth, you can add Allhareth's staff to your inventory.
Alakris, not Alklarth.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, Alakris can add Allhareth's staff to his inventory.
Direwolf, it's your turn.
Well, from what I gleaned, he doesn't have any more friends that will further trouble Lamwell. This was a simple sting operation in an attempt to take advantage of the traders leaving Lamwell, because they came from Torah, apparently, the area that the lady warned us about, the dangerous area. They must have been trying to leave and perhaps escape the violence that was there. But it appears that he doesn't have a larger company that will further trouble us, so
Oh yeah,
what's
I'm
to
sorry.
be done with him?
There was one more thing you did hear from him.
Oh.
He didn't have a good disguise. It was fairly obvious that he was the prince.
He mentioned something, or I could read something about a guild. No specifics, but he was cast out from some sort of guild, perhaps from this Torah place. So what is to be done with him?
Could I do a history check on that to
Yeah,
see if
go
I would
ahead.
recognize it?
I mean, maybe it was some kind of criminal organization. You're not really sure.
Okay.
Can I do a history check to see if it has any connections to something I might know?
Yeah, go ahead.
Perhaps an arcane conspiracy.
Again, you're very new to this continent. You don't really know. You're not even aware of like,
Okay.
the city he's talking about. You don't really know anything about it.
Would I know?
What I know?
No.
I mean, you've heard of Torah, and I mean, you guys have been hearing about it from your dealings with the person who rules it, or one of the people who rules it, Duchess Buress.
Alright. Okay.
But,
Can I do an insight?
an insight check on Vicaris?
Yes.
Go ahead. What are you attempting to glean?
I want to make sure everything he said was true to us. And can I detect whether or not he's leaving stuff out with that?
I mean, he's effectively, from what you glean, he's not leaving stuff out on purpose. He's just kind of abridging what he heard just for the sake of dispensing the information. But everything you hear from him seems to be the truth.
Those dirty dark elves.
I'm just making sure he's the only one that could hear anything, so I want to make sure that he conveyed everything that there was to convey.
Okay. All right. With that, you still have this passed out body right in front of you.
Well,
Perhaps
We
we
could
should
leave him.
service him like
We
he
should.
serviced us and leave him in the pit.
I think that if we're going to kill him, we should do it in a more proper way, because we are not him.
I can appreciate the symbolism of Trey's words.
We shouldn't kill him.
Yes, I think we should leave him so that he can tell others what happens when they try to stop us in the woods.
That I like that plan.
Anyone who's the more we'll only be troubled if more bandits like him come after us. So we might as well get him to tell people about us.
Okay, I'm going to.
Wouldn't that make us a target?
That would make us an object of fear to bandits.
But if he is part or formerly part of some sort of guild,
It would bring a challenge.
perhaps knowledge of us would not be in our best interest for them to have.
And they might still think that we are protecting Lamwell if they don't know we're traveling.
Yes, but if he were to escape, if he were to leave, then he may inform them of that.
Alicris, are you the kind of man to kill an unconscious, unarmored man? If so, feel free.
I'm weighing our options. And we should be aware of consequences, whatever we choose.
I'm gonna reach down and I'm gonna heal him.
Okay.
And then when he comes back to life, I'm gonna punch him and tell him to run away.
Okay, you grasp you take your thick dwarven hand and grasp around his neck. You pull him up and you infuse a bit of energy into his body as he comes. Oh, fuck! You do it, poof, and you punch him straight across the face.
Get out of here.
And you toss him. You toss him a few feet in front of you. And he gets up to his feet and begins to run away.
Remember the Dragon's Vanguard did this.
Don't tell them our name.
Don't tell them other
God, Vez.
There's halfling barbarian.
As he shouts, it echoes across the valley. Okay.
There's halfling barbarian.
Yeah, okay, Oedipus.
Don't you mean Odysseus?
I'm thinking Odysseus.
Oedipus.
Another one.
Oh my god.
Very different.
Well, we hadn't heard much about Vera's mom, so I don't know. Could be true.
Maybe Oedipus.
Wow.
Okay. Cool. All right. What do you guys do?
Can we
We
get
have a-
going, yo?
We have a cart to get back to.
Yeah, we need to go find our coffin.
Okay.
We should get back on the road.
Yeah, you got it.
How's Naga doing? Not that I'm the one who would be asking.
We helped him out.
Yeah, as you all turn around, you see that Varys has helped Snaga get out of the pit. It wasn't very. You see, Snaga's currently bleeding, but he's kind of like shrugging it off. It doesn't really seem to bother him.
Oh, what a relief.
What a relief.
Would he benefit from one of my healing potions?
Second. Finagling some fancy stuff. Ooh, that's really fancy. Ooh, I just made that look even better. Sorry, I did something really cool with the stream. Hold on.
Whoa.
Varys turns to the rest of the party and says, "Next time a would-be prince comes to tells us who he is, ask for his signet ring."
Indeed, or his scroll of pedigree would also suffice.
Or his finger.
Do they usually carry around their scroll of pedigree?
I asked
mean, I do.
Scrolls can be faked.
I asked for the finger. He would have understood that meant signet ring.
Yes.
If he were who he said he was.
It's got the smarts. The smarts he does.
Okay.
He is really the
Good
brain.
All right. So what do you guys do?
Is our coffin
You
safe?
didn't answer my question.
Oh, I'm sorry, Cars.
It's fine.
What was that?
My question was if he would greatly benefit from me giving him one of my healing
Oh,
potions.
Snaga? No,
Snaga.
you offer to him. He's like, no, I don't need it. It's just a scratch.
Thanks.
I'm tough.
It was just a scratch, but you couldn't get out of the hole that whole time.
Yeah, sorry. Climbing out of a 15-foot hole takes a bit.
Okay.
Requires a halfling's help.
Okay. What do you guys do?
We get back on the road.
Onward.
We have our coffin.
Hi ho.
You guys return to the
Hi-ho.
road. You guys grab the cart, wheel it back down onto the main road from the embankment, and you proceed forward.
Right.
You travel for about another day and a half. You set up camp. You You set up watches. The nights go on without incident. There really is no one on this road. You pass by multiple rolling hills and forests. You can see why Lamwell has been secluded for so long. But eventually, the small dots of mountains that you had seen in the distance become large, looming spires of rock in front of you. Still, even miles off, you can tell how large they are. Eventually, you actually begin to head through the mountain pass, through a valley, in between these massive crags of the southern ridge. As you head forward, the road seems to actually become more defined, starts getting dotted with the occasional patch of cobblestone, perhaps representing expansion efforts that were ill-sought in the past. Eventually, you all actually arrive at a fork in the road. And there is a very withered wooden sign. On one hand, there is part of the withered sign has a like kind of bent and tilted piece of wood that reads on it in like kind of scraggled hand, Torah, very faded, pointing to the left. Then you look down and you don't see another piece of wood, but then you look down further and there is actually currently a broken off piece of wood lying on the ground next to the post. Of a similar arrow shape as the one that says Torah.
So it's pointing in two different directions?
What does...
There's one that's
Is
pointing
there
to the
anything-
left, and then the one that would have been below it, pointing somewhere else, is currently lying on the ground, broken off.
Okay, so the word Torah was between the two arrows? Or the word, like...
There's one
It's
panel
not a
pointing.
trick,
There's
it's
one
not that.
panel pointing to on the path toward Torah. There's another panel that
Oh.
would be pointing the other way to the right, but most likely, but is currently broken off, lying on the ground.
I try to communicate with the sign.
There's nothing,
Speak to
And-
me.
there's nothing on it.
Do you pick up the wood and look at it?
Oh, I pick up the wood and look.
What's your intelligence score again?
You pick up the piece of broken wood and you see in very faded lettering, same scraggled handwriting, it says, Amblemir.
Thank you.
Guys, that's where we're headed.
Yep.
Not ominous at all.
Yeah, to the right you notice a path winding downward. It continues along the mountain ridge, but seems to be going towards its exit. Whereas up and to the left, you see a path that winds further and deeper into the mountain, layered on top of each other. It looks a lot like what you're actually looking at right now. Just these mountains upon mountains that kind of like cover each other.
Just a quick question.
Yeah.
So Torah would have portals to the north. They wouldn't have portals to Amblemere.
Most like, go ahead and make an intelligence check. Why would you know anything about portals?
You might know something about the stone that they're made from.
Would you propose, Volgrim, would you propose this question to the group?
Yes.
Okay, well,
Aha!
We all make intelligence checks.
yeah,
Yes, everyone.
Yeah, everyone go ahead and make an intelligence check.
Just flat intelligence, okay.
That was a save.
You need to stop hitting
Okay.
save, Aaron. You do it all the
I
time.
know.
Okay, well.
There we go.
Hey,
Okay, well,
Lucaris.
Lucaris, you know a thing or two about
Magic.
I've
Portal.
magicked. I've dabbled.
where you come from, Lucaris. You know, considering the Drow are constantly at war with the surface, they often utilize teleportation circles to launch sneak attacks against the overworld. And so, you understand that teleportation circle, they work by sigils. It's kind of like having someone's phone number. You need to have the sigil to be able to travel to a teleportation circle in a given location. They're also used only in extreme circumstances when the journey cannot be made on foot. And from what you can reference on the scrap of map that you've been given, Amblemere is probably not far enough away to require a teleportation circle in a city that's very close to it.
Okay. I'll convey this information with the party.
Okay.
So, do you think it would be best to split up here?
I suppose. How were we splitting up again?
Well, that was kind of foggy.
Indeed, it was.
Yeah, because I kind of got the impression that Alucris wants to go to Amblemere, but that's not where the rest of Group X is motivated to go.
Well,
I
we have
think-
the coffin, so
I think that you should all honor Alucris's wish and go with him to Amblemere to deliver the body of his master
As
to its
Vicar-
final resting place.
As Vicaris makes that point, you do recall, like, even less binding as it was, you did agree to certain groups. You agreed to stick together based on what is effectively the tactical advice of Magistrate hello. Magistrate
What's her
Zerania?
name?
Zaria.
60. You're
Obi. Zariel.
Yeah, who seems very like they were watching you for a long time, it seems, and the groups they outlined were based on attempting to balance tactical skill.
Okay.
What do you do?
I
All
think
right.
you all should go with Alucris. Snaga and I will go to the other location in question.
All right.
If that is fair and agreeable with the rest of you.
I definitely believe we should get rid of this extra baggage. Speaking of the coffin,
Thanks.
All right.
If it is settled, then
And I suppose it's time we parted ways.
Varys extends his arm to Vicaris.
Vicaris
Wish you luck in
grunts.
Wish you luck in your travels.
And as to you, Varys.
And Varys gives like a fist pound to Snaga.
Okay. He goes.
Ow.
You see him like grunt, and he gives you a strong fist pound that matches your strength.
Alucris, as well, extends his hand
The
toward
difference is 5 wards on the
Vicaris.
alrighty. To
Vicaris
Vicaris.
takes Alucris's hand. Alucris, there's something I have that I would like to give to you, if you will accept it.
Certainly.
It's something that, before you and I met, we ventured into a cave and fought 2 great ogres, as I recall. They were quite intimidating, but they proved to be no match for our party. Nevertheless, in the chest that they guarded, there was a monocle of sorts. Something that has to do with looking in the library and reading texts. I think that it would better serve you than it will serve me, if you will have it.
Then I appreciate this gift.
Of course.
For
Anyone got a
I
color?
have been less than worthy of your trust.
And I have been less than worthy of everyone's. I understand why you all feel the way that you do towards me, but I hope that one day we will meet again, and perhaps then I can share with you why I'm not like the rest of my kind.
Varys leans over to Volgrim and whispers, What's he talking about?
just be quiet.
And I hope
I go up to Volgrim.
Just
or
listen.
not Volgrim, Vicaris.
he says he thinks you're cute.
I go up to Vicaris and whisper something in his ear.
Ooh, secrets.
Secrets,
yeah,
secrets,
stuff going among the
secrets.
party. Let's make secrets very obvious.
Yeah, well, I mean, you
Very
could kind of
obvious
see
that we're
me.
keeping secrets from each other.
Kind of see me.
That's
Well,
okay.
you could ask me what I was. Zach, I were not easy.
I would be sure to do that, Darius.
And I hope that day comes.
I hope this doesn't. Be prepared to clear your chat.
Cover it.
Nope.
Did you mean to send it to me twice?
No. If it sent it to you twice, it's fine.
Okay. As long as, yeah, Vicaris got it, so that's all that matters.
Yeah. Instead of will, maybe may.
Well, without further ado, I think I speak for both Snaga and I when I say that it has been a pleasure saving the town of Lamwell with you fine people. Until we meet again.
It's been a pleasure fighting alongside you. Both of you.
With this, Snaga kind of goes, "To the Dragon Vanguard."
To the Dragon Vanguard.
Until Snaga, may your hunt be successful.
Oh, it will be. And you can see him like kind of he takes his doom hammer, just slams it against his shield for a second, puts it down. Okay.
Onward to the magics, or mystery of magics of Amberbow.
Alright. Part ways, and you watch. The larger group watches as Vicaris and Snaga kind of wave and begin their trek up the mountainside, while the rest of you continue on your way toward the town of Amblemere. Thank you, Bears, for ruining the moment.
Oh my gosh.
And with that, we will draw the session to a close tonight.
All right.
20 minutes early.
As you all embark on your new adventures.
Legit.
Broken Bros.
Broken Bros.
Fellowship is broken.
Alright, well, I should get going here because I have to get up early tomorrow morning, so
Poison.
Alright.
Alright.
Thank you very much.
See you guys around.
See you guys. I'll see.
Oh, how much experience did we get
in
that?
I didn't even calculate that. Give me a
Yeah.
second.
Did I get any experience from 2 times ago? Because mine hasn't changed. I don't think.
Has it not? Did I not give you? Oh.
I don't.
I'm
think-
sorry.
Oh, he wasn't here last week, so.
2 weeks ago.
Wait, 2 weeks ago? What do you mean 2 weeks ago?
Did you add the XP from that? So not last week, but the week
I'm
before.
pretty sure I did. I'm pretty sure it
Okay.
has that. I definitely changed that. So, here's the thing. You. Oh, maybe not.
Okay.
Oh, you know what?
Yeah, I was about to say mine looks very much the same as it did.
Yeah. So you got 1,000 XP.
Oh Jesus. Okay, I would
Wait.
have leveled up.
Did all of us get 1,000?
No, that's from 2 times ago.
Yeah. No, not today. No, I'm talking about the Salia arc. He got 1,000 XP from that. Which
it.
means you're now level 4, which means you can now either choose to upgrade a single ability score by 2, 2 ability scores by 1, or choose a feat.
Feet?
Yes.
Mm.
Look those up in the book.
Yeah, I will think about that. And I will
Okay.
decide before next session.
Okay. Besides that, let me go ahead and calculate that real quick. That's going to be. What was that? That was 300 plus 4. Nope. 400 plus experience. Okay. For all things involved, you all gain 300 experience points. Okay.
Hi guys.
All right.
All right. I will talk to you later.
Good night, everyone.
Peace.